stablecoins being effectively the cornerstone of liquidity. If you deal with crypto asset firms, that is, they're always looking at the stablecoins.
XRPs, not a security.
Importantly, the infrastructure to support cryptocurrencies is the same as the infrastructure to support the whole other range of, let's call it, much more obviously societally useful digital assets. I'm not saying that Bitcoin's not societally useful.
Future for multi-digital assets future, one will have interoperability between different types of assets, wholesale CBDCs, retail CBDCs, cryptocurrencies which are regulated, so actually getting rid of all those crypto.
The group, dubbed Tech Against Scams, includes crypto companies Coinbase, Kraken, Ripple, and Gemini. Other members include Meta and Match Group, the parent company of Tinder and Hinge.
So what if we could return back to gold? Introducing Fi Wallet. At Fi Wallet, we've removed all barriers that make owning gold difficult.
Know what you hold?
Enjoy the ride, pal.
It's the XRP Army. If you got some baggies, welcome to the party. Shout out to the latest sub. We got Rick Sanchez in the building. Appreciate you stopping by, tuning in, smashing them likies. We got the total global cryptocurrency market cap today at 2.69 trillion, currently up about 0.8% in the past 24. We got XRP in that number 8 spot right around 53 cents. Stellar XLM right around 10, 11 cents. We got BTC 68,860, ETH right around 37 hundo. Flare Networks 0.027. We got Axelar 87 cents. XDC 0.035. We got Songbird at 008. Stronghold 008. We got Zahao right around 11, 12 cents. Evernote 22.5 cents. We got Big Brad Garlandhouse to pop things off. He says big momentum in crypto this week. ETH ETF pass and bipartisan support on crypto legislation. Feels like hell has frozen over. Financial Services says in a watershed moment for the U.S. digital asset ecosystem, the House passes the Financial Innovation and Technology for the 21st Century Act with overwhelming bipartisan support. We got Bank XRP. Now someone at the Trump rally in South Bronx has a sign that says, XRPs, not a security. Know what you hold, know what's coming, and know why. They want those XRP baggies back. XRP is not a security. We got Subject Views. Want to know why Ripple is building a stablecoin? Because it's the cornerstone of liquidity.
Back now and sort of think about the regulatory frameworks and the policy objectives more broadly. Nina, I'm just wondering if you could sort of kick off, some of the regulatory concerns regarding these different instruments that we're talking about today, including things like, stability, competition with fiat, implications for monetary sovereignty.
Yeah, I think let's focus on, I think e-money, as Diego says, has been around a long time in the UK and the EU as a concept and sort of started in that traditional sense of a prepaid card and has been stretched. But I think where the focus has been, certainly from the legislative perspective in the UK and the EU, and particularly in the UK, is on stable coins. And I think to think about the regulatory concerns, you take a step back and say, well, what do they do? What are the use cases for them? And the UK government has recognised that stable coins pave the way for faster and cheaper payments, and that the use of stable coins has been on the rise for some time. The UK government reported that in June 2020, the value of transactions in stable coins exceeded Bitcoin for the first time, and we're seeing continued growth of stablecoin use. So certainly from the UK perspective, I think it's also true from the European bodies and certain other regulators and governments, is that if there can be appropriate standards of regulation imposed, then stablecoins do have the potential to play a really vital role in retail and cross-border payments, including settlement, and to deliver things of speed and efficiency and resilience. I think you already see that in the market with the likes of, private crypto asset companies, digital companies like Ripple using XRP as a bridge currency to move money. And the big differentiator they have in the market is that they're doing it in 3 seconds rather than 3 days to move international payments. So I think you're seeing a lot more. I also think that you see in the crypto ecosystem, stablecoins being effectively the cornerstone of liquidity. If you deal with crypto asset firms, that is, they're always looking at the stablecoins. So against that backdrop of what they are and what they can be, there are risks, right? The more widely they're used as a means of payment, the more financial stability and real economy risks they pose. The UK government has certainly recognised that there is an intrinsic risk to consumers. There's a risk of misunderstanding. What are they? And I think Diego made that PO. What are they? Are they a regulated e-money product? Are they unregulated? What uniform do they wear? And therefore,
we got Stu Alderati. Great conversation today in Florence at the SOU 2024. The EU's focus on regulatory clarity, not regulation by enforcement. And after the week we have had stateside, it's good to see the U.S. trying to catch up. Bitcoin Magazine, Justin, billionaire Mark Cuban on the White House, now wanting to work with Congress to develop regulatory framework for digital assets. I think this is just the start of the shift. The best is still yet to come. Crawl, walk. Then we rock it. We got High Vibe Asset, Standard Chartered Ripple Partner telling you the time is now for XRP to rise from the ashes.
I do think that there's a role in the world for a well-regulated, well-run cryptocurrency market. There's a much more interesting, from my perspective, role in the world for a digital assets marketplace. And the difference between the two, of course, is, cryptocurrencies are not fiat currencies. They're not controlled by central bankers or issued by governments and the value is a function of what people are prepared to pay for it, not what's the fundamental value of Bitcoin. Who knows? Even with gold, we can say, what's the fundamental value of gold? And ultimately, at some point, it's going to end up on your ring or on your finger or on your ear in some markets. But Bitcoin is not going to end up hung around your neck anytime soon, I don't think. So I have no idea where the price of Bitcoin is going to go. I think there's a group of investors who think that cryptocurrencies have an interesting place in an investment portfolio. There's another group of speculators who like to speculate on anything that moves around a lot in price. That's okay, as long as it's done in an appropriate way. And the infrastructure implosion that you mentioned with FTX implosion, people going to jail, etc., are indications of market failures or regulation failures or legislation failures, bad behavior that don't detract from whatever the underlying value of a cryptocurrency is. I'm not too focused on that, to be honest. Importantly, the infrastructure to support cryptocurrencies is the same as the infrastructure to support the whole other range of, let's call it, much more obviously societally useful digital assets. I'm not saying that Bitcoin's not societally useful. It's quite controversial whether it is or not. I don't much care. And I think anybody that's buying or selling should have responsibilities to buy and sell responsibly, and we should have the mechanisms to make sure that they comply with the law.
Let the Black Swan capitalists are referring to Ripple's legal framework because it provides structure for asset-backed stablecoins, which is essential for financial institutions and the central bank's CBDC framework. They've been preparing for this for a very long time. IMF, XRP, all roads lead to the bridge. We got Cypress X. This lady currently works for the Federal Reserve, the European Central Bank, and the Bank of England. She says CBDCs will be introduced.
Thank you. I think it's essential to say that when we talk about digital assets, we also talk about central bank digital currencies that will be introduced. And looking at the MiCA regulations introduction last year by the European Commission was really refreshing, because obviously having cryptocurrencies regulated will also ensure that there is a larger adoption of other assets and understanding by the end user. In the end of the day, we all need to protect end user, whether it's central bank digital currencies, cryptocurrencies, or stable coins. Nevertheless, the Digital Euro policy, which was published by the European Commission also in June 2023, which is quite similar with the MiCA introduction, will impact all the payment services providers. So if your clients will be able to withdraw money in fiat currency, in euro currency, they will also need to get compliant with Digital Euro policy and PSD2. So I think this is really essential for crypto companies also prepared for the future, for multi-digital assets future, when we'll have interoperability between different types of assets, wholesale CBDCs, retail CBDCs, cryptocurrencies which are regulated, so actually getting rid of all those cryptocurrencies that actually made crypto so unpopular over the last 12 months, as well as regulated stable coins. And the regulatory prohibiting assets future, when we'll have interoperability between different types of assets, wholesale CBDCs, retail CBDCs, cryptocurrencies which are regulated, so actually getting rid of all those cryptocurrencies that actually made crypto so unpopular over the last 12 months, as well as regulated stable coins. And
notice who's on stage with her? Brad Garland House, XRP, hidden in plain sight. We got XRP drops. Crypto companies including Ripple, Coinbase, Kraken, FX, and Gemini form a new coalition with tech companies to combat scams. Why she want my bags now?
A range of tech companies, including some crypto firms, are introducing a coalition aimed at combating online fraud and scams. The group, dubbed Tech Against Scams, includes crypto companies Coinbase, Kraken, Ripple, and Gemini. Other members include Meta and Match Group, the parent company of Tinder and Hinge. According to Match, the coalition gives members an opportunity to share information in an effort to prevent users from falling victim to fraud like pig butchering, a new kind of crypto investment scam that's been gaining traction in recent years. Chainalysis describes pig butchering as a romance scam, which got its name because of the way bad actors fatten up their victims by building trust to then get them to invest in a fake investment opportunity. In a statement, Coinbase's chief security officer said fraud schemes are becoming increasingly sophisticated and that the crypto platform is dedicated to disrupting emerging online scams through collaboration, information sharing, and enhanced consumer education.
Never ever send out your cryptocurrency. It's 100% a scam. Why she want my bags now? We got one from XRP Apex. We're thrilled to welcome Islam Ambar. Pi Wallets has the XRPL Apex 2024 speaker. Amsterdam. XRP drops real world use case of tokenization of physical back gold with Pi wallets using the XRP ledger.
The prices never seem to stop rising. This is something that concerns and bothers all of us, right? But did you know that it's not actually the prices that are increasing, but rather the value of money and purchasing power that is decreasing? How is that possible? In the past, money was backed by precious metals like gold and silver, which retained their value over time and everywhere in the world. For example, a certain amount of food used to be equivalent to a certain amount of gold, and that relationship remained constant. But in the modern era, gold was replaced by money, and thus the connection to gold was severed. This event is what triggered inflation and the constant rise in prices, causing our savings and wealth to decrease over time. In contrast, the price of gold has increased more than 1,500% in the last 50 years. So what if we could return back to gold? Introducing Fi Wallet. At Fi Wallet, we've removed all barriers that make owning gold difficult, such as buying and selling, storage, high fees, and budget restrictions. Everything is done through the Fi Wallet mobile app, simply, securely, and in compliance with Sharia principles. Wait, that's not all. Your gold is at your fingertips anytime and conveniently available for everyday payments and transactions. Join thousands of people interested in protecting their wealth and savings from inflation. Download the Fi Wallet app today. And remember, gold is the real money.
Fi Wallet speaking at XRP Ledger Apex 2024. And we got Flare Networks this summer. Catch Flare at these upcoming events. May 21st to the 25th, Berlin, Austin, Paris. And we got Crypto's TA West next, beginning of all season. BTC correlation for 3 weeks while altcoins slowly grind up and BTC dominance begins to drop. I think we're at this stage of the market. All season is very close and BTC's dominance closes below 54% on Sunday, should mark the start of all season. We got sentiment feed following the SEC's highly anticipated approval of the Ethereum spot ETFs. The crowd's narrative has shifted bullish. But is it the buy the rumor, sell the news time? Our latest insights discuss how sentiment will be a major factor on the upcoming price moves. We got Mustache all season. One of the biggest all seasons is just around the corner. BTC dominance has been in the bearish triangle for 7 years. ETH ETF was approved. We have all the ingredients needed. You know what happened in 2017 and 2021. A calm before the storm. We got egg rat crypto, XRP fam. Think about it. Imagine selling Apple at 50 cents. Imagine selling Google at 11 bucks. Imagine selling Amazon at 560. Imagine selling Tesla at 250. Imagine selling XRP at 2 for $1. Imagine not buying XRP at 2 for $1. Know what you hold, know what's coming. And this is the kind of hype and wild speculation we can get behind. Power of the world is getting dangerously close to having a simple goal of being the world reserve digital currency. Big Brad Garland House, for whatever reason, I've been hanging on to this one for a while. Probably my all-time favorite from the XRP community has been hanging on the wall of my house. But with all this momentum in the market, I wanted to share it. Laugh now, but one day XRP will power the world. Know what you hold, know what's coming, and know why. The SEC, Gary Gensler, once your baggies back, runs on Ripple. Let a friend know. Though the greatest opportunity of multiple lifetimes is still at hand. But the train's left the station. Tick-tock, tick-tock. Where will those bags be when that regulation jar molasses finally breaks open and XRP's true price is finally revealed? Big bags. Later glitches.
Pump it up, pump it up. Pump it up, gotta pump my bags up. Pump it to the moon, pump my bags up. XRP, pump it to the moon. Pump it up, pump my bags up. Pump it up, gotta pump my bags up. Pump it up, gotta pump my bags up. Pump it up, XRP to the moon. Pump it up, pump it up. Pump it up, gotta pump my bags.